Good morning, class 9th D. So after exams, you are going to start the very first day with your English period. Hope you all are doing well. Take good care of your health, beta. So now maximum students have joined. Only 3-4 students are left, so we can start now. Beta, as you can see, I have written some value points on the chapter. So whenever I'm writing some points, you also take notes of this. Fine, on daily basis, you have your English assignment notebook. On any one page, you can write down. Fine, because these points are going to help you to tell about the theme of this chapter, what we are going to read in this chapter. Fine. So, firstly, I have written about Albert Einstein. Everybody has heard about Albert Einstein. Everybody knows that he was a very great scientist. Fine, but we do not go deep into the lives of these people, these famous people and successful people. I'm not talking about only scientists, so any famous persona, any famous personality. Fine. So before we start the chapter, what do you think when you hear the word genius? Who is a genius according to you? Those who want to answer can raise hand and I would unmute you. Who is a genius according to you? Yes, Diksha, as usual. You can unmute yourself. Always ready to answer.
Ma'am, genius is a person who can answer everything and knows about everything. The synonym of genius is Albert Einstein.
Okay, you can mute yourself. So according to Diksha, the definition of genius is a person who knows everything and a person who can answer everything. Any other definition? Anybody else who would like to speak? No one is there? Okay, so if I ask many of you, you will start saying, okay, ma'am, genius is this, who knows everything, who's very intelligent, who knows all the answers. You can lower the hands now, better. Let me continue. Fine. So, everybody thinks that a genius has certain set of qualities. Now, before starting this chapter and before reading about this is actually better a truly beautiful mind. This chapter is all about personality of Albert Einstein. But there are two things which you need to keep in mind. First is Albert Einstein as a scientist. Fine, they would be discussing with us that what kind of we can say scientist he was, and at the same time they would be revealing to us and what kind of a human being he was. Fine, that is the most important thing. Before becoming a scientist, he is you can say human being who has certain qualities. Fine, so can we decide that when as a child, how can we decide that okay, this child is so intelligent in the class, he is just the topper and he would be becoming a successful person? This is the way we start speculating. This is not so. Sometimes a person of average ability, a person who is not good at academics, they have equal opportunities or equal chances of becoming what they want to become. We should not have preconceived notions about people. This is, we live in the society, we start putting the person who's scoring more, he's the more successful, but this is not so. Fine, your success should not be compared with your scores, your marks. Maybe one person is not able to score at that moment, marks are not good, but he is also a genius, he's also brilliant. Fine, so there are many reasons which make a person genius. Genius is not about getting full marks or getting highest score. Fine, your qualities make you genius. And I have written about Albert Einstein. Firstly, I have written the name. The story is about Albert Einstein. Great men are not born with special signs. Next line is great men are not born with special signs. So you cannot say that, okay, this person seems to be, he will be intelligent, he will be great in his life. Fine, you cannot, make into imagination and all, or you can just see the person is very good at studies and he will be successful. No. So great men are not born with special signs when they are children. They are just like us, all normal children. Their parents are raising the same way your parents are raising them. The way you are getting your, just furthering your studies. The similarly, they are just going to school and receiving classes and all. Common children. They are common children. The great personalities, once they were common children, just maybe you never know that who amongst you would be the Prime Minister of India, who amongst you would be the famous scientist or singer or actor. You never know. It's not about being, academics only all the times. In any activity, anybody can shine at any time. Right. The next is develop some specific virtues gradually. It is not just a miracle that with one click a person is becoming a scientist, with one click another person is becoming actor or whatever one wants to become. So this process develops gradually. With passage of time, one person becomes famous or achieve qualities slowly and steadily. Right? So then next is become great when they grow up. Fine. Then gradually when they start developing some skills, when they start developing a particular, they are having aptitude towards something. These days aptitude tests are going on. You might have heard about it. In those tests, they perceive the interest of the students. Fine. They just assess that, okay, in which area the child is better and he's having interest as well. So whenever you will be choosing a subject or area for yourself, you should not see, okay, my friend is doing it, let's do it. No, you should see whether you are having interest in that subject, fine, whether you have aptitude in that subject, as well as are you capable enough of doing that particular area. Fine. Capability and interest both go hand in hand. In that way, you have to decide for yourself. Okay. So rather than, let's start. I would be sharing the screen with you all now. All the points are clear to everyone. Send me thumbs up quickly. I have just introduced the chapter that we are reading about Albert Einstein, his school life, his how he became a scientist. He just introduced the theory of E is equal to mc square. Fine. Many things we would be reading about. This is the biography of Albert Einstein. I must tell you for that. Fine. So let's continue. Now we'll be able to read. Okay. Before we read, they have written, who do you think of when you hear the word genius? Who is a genius? What qualities do you think a genius has? This we have already discussed. We shall now read about a young German civil servant. I would be reading from my book, beta. You also keep your books ready. If necessary, then you would be reading from screen. Otherwise, use your books only to just lessen your screen time. So we shall now read about a young German civil servant who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. In the summer of 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession 4 groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies and energy. His work took up only a few pages in scientific journals, but changed forever our understanding of space, time, and the entire cosmos, and transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. 50 years after his death, Albert Einstein's genius still reigns. So they are just telling us about that the story is about a young German civil servant, fine, and who just created, a name and fame into the society just by being himself, just by following his dream. So he published theories, he published many scientific inventions about light, about motion of particles, electrodynamics, fine, energy. So everybody was shocked to see that at such a young age, he was just 26 and he published 4 papers. So publishing the papers on their own is a very tedious task which not everybody can do. Fine. So he won accolades, I must say, at very young age. He became very famous, and even today, everybody just say Albert Einstein the genius. So genius word is just It has become a synonym for Albert Einstein. So we would be DD. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm without any indication that he was destined for greatness. Underline where he was born. Keep the pencils ready with you in case you need to note down any word meaning. I would be telling you side by side with that. Fine. Yeah. So, on the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. Now, underline the word freak. It means crazy. It means crazy. So, you know, your parents, they start taking the children very casually. They don't know that by, as I already told you, that by birth, nobody is genius. They develop some skills gradually. So when he was born on 14th March 1879 in German city, there was no any indication obviously that he's a born genius. There is no sign with the birth of the child that he's a genius or what he's going to be in the future. His mother, she used to think that my son is crazy, you know, like every parent thinks, because you people do not behave in a nice way, you do not behave nicely with your parents, and they start saying, okay, you don't have manners, you don't know how to eat, don't know how to wear clothes, don't know how to study, you know, they keep on finding faults because they want a perfect you. They just want ki my son or my daughter should be the best one, they should behave nicely, they should talk nicely, whatever they think is good for you, but they do not think, you know, about what you are having. The definitely they know the qualities which you are having, but sometimes they do not recognize. So Einstein's mother, she should think that, she would say that my son is a freak, he's crazy, and his head seemed much too large. You know, she used to say a dumb-headed fellow. That's why the much too large means here that he does not have a freaky. You can say they have written a word used to disapprovingly. This is not a good word. Fine. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. See, this is very, you can say, underline this thing. Important thing to know that a genius whom we know today was not able to utter a word at 2.5. You know, usually children, when they are at about after 9 months, you can say, or after a year, at 1.5 years, they start uttering words. Not all, but yes, few words they can utter. But when he was 2.5, you know, at a 3, these days children are going to school. So when he was 2.5 years old, he was not able to speak a word. So that was really a matter of concern. Einstein, that's why her mother should think that, ki, why my son, you know, he's slow and he's not able to speak properly and all. Okay, fine. 4 students are absent today. See, the very first day, they're enjoying the holidays, I guess. These 4 students, everybody, beta, please be regular, okay? This is not extra class. The name is extra class, but we will be doing everything what we do in regular classes. Don't take it casually. So let's continue. Einstein did not know what to do with other children. And you know, when he finally started speaking, he uttered everything twice. Whatever he was speaking every word twice. And he didn't know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him brother boring. So the youngster played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maja, he is said to have said, fine, but where are her wheels? So this is one funny incident, beta. Funny incident how it becomes, because you know, he was having inclination towards mechanical toys. You know that how he would open the toys, he would check them, and he would see what's inside, how it's working is, you know, at very young age, though he was not able to speak properly, he was repeating the words, and most of his friends were calling him brother boring because he was not able to play with the other friends. So everybody has started calling him brother boring. Underline, you have a question based on this. His playmates, means his friends who would play with him, they would call him brother boring. Why? Because he did not know how to play properly. So whether most of the times he was playing all alone. Clear? We would be reading the story about Albert Einstein, which is in a box. You can see this is highlighted. Otto Knoberger, the historian of ancient mathematics, told a story about the boy Einstein that he characterizes as a legend. But that seems fairly authentic. As he was a late talker, his parents were worried. At last, at the supper table one night, he broke his silence to say, "The soup is too hot." Greatly relieved, his parents asked why he had never said a word before. Albert replied, "Because up to now, everything was in order." See, a sign of genius, they are not having, but you can see the trails of it when they're kids. So when one incident, this scientist, historian of ancient maths, he has just discussed that when he was a child, he used not to speak much. But one day at a dining table, he said the soup is too hot, and parents were shocked that our boy, who never speaks a word, is just speaking whole sentence. And they asked that how can you speak? Otherwise, you never spoke a word. And he said, okay, because everything was in order, everything was going well. So that's why I was silent. Now I found this soup pot and I spoke. This is one incident of his life. And when his newborn sister Maja was born, he asked, where are her wheels? He was so much into mechanical toys that he thought his sister is also a toy. This one funny incident. So he thought he took his sister to be a toy only and asked, where are her wheels? Paragraph number third, beta. I would be moving to paragraph number third. Next page we are doing now. Right, from third paragraph onwards. Okay, fine. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession would not matter because he will never make a success at anything. So this is also wrong. We should not have preconceived notions about students, about children and kids, that just by seeing that he's not good at particular point of time in life, he will not be successful. No, there are uh, innumerable examples in front of us. Sachin Tendulkar was a last bencher. He would never sit in the front desk, and who he is, everybody knows. It's not about scoring good marks in academics always. If you are good at a game, you can make it a career. If you're good at singing, you can become a singer. If you're good at acting, you can become an actor. Fine. And commenting at such young age about a person's future is very bad, I must say. We are not genuine enough to perceive the people. We do not know what the person will become later on. Many students, those who are not good enough in studies, they can shine at later stage in life. Everybody has his or her time. Every star shines once or later. So headmaster once told his father that your child Einstein, he's not at all good in studies. He's not that bright student. He will never be successful in life, whatever profession he would choose. See, this is such a big statement. That headmaster might have seen later on that what he became. Okay. So he made this statement. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining the skill throughout his life. Uh, Playing violin is very difficult. Playing any musical instrument is difficult, but playing violin at the age of 6, because his mother wanted him, and nobody knows he was very good violinist. He could play beautiful tunes on violin. Why? It's very difficult to play violin, and he did not even learn the violin. He just was, you can say, perfect violinist who could play beautiful tunes, and he maintained this skill throughout his life. Whenever he was getting bored, whenever he was not having and he was having the leisure time, he would play violin to just feel. That was his hobby, you can say, and skill as well. Clear? So, amateur, what is the meaning of the word amateur? Amateur is non-professional. He was not a professional violinist. He was an amateur. Underline the word amateur violinist. Amateur here means non-professional. They have written already. The difficult words are already given in your book, beta. Now, but Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He was not a bad student. Pupil here means the follower, the student. Fine. From this paragraph onwards, I guess this much we'll be able to read, fourth and fifth. So, but Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation, underline the order, the discipline, and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. Underline the word stifled here means suffocated. Stifled here means, in this context, suffocated. They have written already. Clear? So Albert Einstein, he was not against school, but he was against the rigid systems of the school, where students would cram the things only without understanding, or proper very harsh discipline was imposed. He did not like that. He was like a free bird. So he did not have good time at the school. He was not a bad student. He scored very good marks in various subjects. And when he was 15 months old, you can say 1 year and 3 months old, they shifted to Munich. And he hated the school's regimentation, that order, that discipline. Okay. So often he had clashes with his teachers. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. Albert's parents, they had, after that, but only fifth paragraph we would be reading. We are left with only 4 minutes. Okay. One child is not able to define. Having some connection problem, I guess. These days, students are just going and coming. Okay, only 2-3 minutes. Just stay there. We were on fifth paragraph. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. So they have to shift to Milan. And they thought that if we will take our son along with us, it will affect his studies. So they thought they should go because they were just shifting there, and they just left their son with the relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. So after a long discussion, he was, wanted to get rid of that school system and wanted to join his education in German-speaking Switzerland. So Switzerland, in one part people speak English, in the other part people speak Germany. Because he was hailing from German background, he wanted to move to that part where people can understand and speak his language. So he moved to that city in which there was more liberal than Munich. People were having liberal ideas. Clear? Willing to understand and respect others' opinion. At every place, they are not, our views are not respected at every place. Some people are very liberal. They accept everyone's view, but some people are having narrow-mindedness. They do not understand that why you're behaving in such way. One should understand everybody is different. Every personality is different. One can behave as per one's personalities. You can see the pictures better. Einstein in 1900 at the age of 21, and Einstein in 1955 as we remember him now. So this is the picture which we remember him now. Fine. And this is his picture of young days. Clear? So Gagandeep entering now and we are leaving. Very good. This is not the way to enter the class. Students who ended in the last minutes won't be marked present, remember. So this is the last paragraph which we would be reading. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics, underline beta, and interested in physics. His interests were truly in mathematics and physics. And after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustache. So they have just walrus, beta, it is a mammal, you know. Walrus is a mammal. They have just made comparison of his mustache with walrus mustache. So he was having a huge mustache, just like that mammal walrus. So they have just, it was not the only thing. He was having other interests also, as he could play violin and other interests he was having, that we would be reading tomorrow. So we are not having time. Okay, beta. If any doubt to anyone, you can ask me within a minute. All clear? So, okay, beta.